Welcome back to Showcase Pittsburgh on KDKA TV. I'm your host, John Cline. Today, 6 excellent tri-state area businesses. Right now, let's welcome Dr. Bill Stiles of the Hypnotherapy Clinic. Welcome to Showcase Pittsburgh, Dr. Stiles.
Well, thank you. I'm pleased to be here, of course.
Right out of the gate, let's tell everybody, what is hypnotherapy and hypnosis?
Hypnotherapy is a matter of using hypnosis to get into somebody's mind to implant ideas that we call suggestions that enables them to do what they want to do. For instance, lose weight, stop smoking, overcome anxiety or panic attacks, or numerous other things where they'd like to free themselves up from habits, for instance, or even enhance their own learning in school. Students come to increase grades.
I've seen and heard your commercials for years on Pittsburgh radio and in television. What makes Dr. Stiles different than other hypnotherapists in the greater Pittsburgh area?
Thanks for the question. There are a lot of differences. I have what's called a multiphasic system. It involves, first of all, education regarding the subject they come to see me for. In a lot of cases, they have to spend, and I say have to because I really insist on it, about an hour and a half with some DVDs, learning in the case of weight loss, all about nutrition and what foods will take weight off their body, and also all about hydration and exercise. But that isn't the whole thing. Then they come to see me right down the hallway, and I analyze exactly what they need for themselves. What is it that they're doing wrong, that they have so much weight on their bodies? And then I structure a message, and through hypnosis, achieving that state, it's called an alpha state, a state of learning, I put into their minds exactly what they need to do. That's multiphasic. The other thing is, with me, it's personal. I don't have somebody come in, as others are doing, and play a franchised CD of another hypnotist generated out of Virginia. I had to say that because that's going on today.
Now, you have, and I saw on your website, you have personalized service, and you also have group hip therapy too, is that right?
Absolutely. We have some folks that would like to bring 3, 4, 5. The most I will do, though, are about 15. And everybody is still in their own individual recliner with surround sound, and I make sure they have personal attention as well as the dynamics of the group, as well as the systems that they need to know to maybe stop smoking.
Do they actually know when they become hypnotized?
Oh, sure.
Do any people leave thinking, oh, this didn't work, and then all of a sudden, boom, it has worked?
It has happened. In fact, I'm going to mention John Cigna, just because everybody would know.
He was skeptical, I remember.
Oh, was he skeptical? He was funny, too. John always is rather funny. But he went out saying, this ain't going to work, this isn't going to work. And yet that very day, all of a sudden he felt compelled to throw away his cigarettes. And he was up to 3.5 to 4 packs a day.
Wow.
And it's been, let me count, 8 years since John Cigna has smoked. And, well, even John Burnett. I'm just mentioning people that are well known by the KDKA audience.
Right.
And John Burnett stopped chew, he's not smoking, and he stopped Nicorette gum, which he used to chew right before he went on the air.
Because a lot of people try thinking, okay, we're going to do the patch, we're going to do Nicorette gum, we're going to do this, and it doesn't work.
That's right.
And then they end up continuing to smoke. What is your success rate?
We're running 95% on people that are hypnotized, not too nervous to allow themselves to go. And I'm going to say overall, based on the telephone calls that come back, it's about 85 to 87% successful. Now, let me tell you something, John. That sounds awful high. But people don't come to me unless they're serious. And this is going to sound a little self-serving, but it's because my fees are high. And
but obviously you're getting the job done.
oh yeah, that I am. that motivates people. Man, I better do this. I paid this money. But also, the hypnosis is good. I mean, the hypnosis gets into the habit control center. But we need to have a method of getting people down into the alpha state so that that works. Now, you're probably wondering what the alpha state is.
Yeah, what is that? Now we're going deep here, right?
Now, yeah,
right.
we're going deep. I'm going to explain it by likening it to something that people know about. The alpha state is when you're really focused and you're receiving. And so you receive my suggestions. You have experienced it, and a lot of people have, going on the internet thinking they're there 10 minutes and they end up being there for 30 minutes and don't realize it.
You're driving to work and you don't realize where you've just driven.
That was exactly the next one I was going to talk about.
And we all do that.
Yes, we do. We don't remember what we've seen that day in between, and we're there all of a sudden. That's the alpha state. Not necessarily is it dangerous. Now, I'm not going to get into brainwave activity, but we can measure the alpha state based on the brainwaves. But when you're slowed down through hypnosis, progressive relaxation, then you're more focused. It's like putting your car in a lower gear.
Just slowing it down.
Slowing it down, but you still have the same power. Still have the same power.
Give us some examples of success. And I know we talked about smoking, weight loss.
Right.
We have a bunch.
Well, I've got Stephen, who may be coming up on your screen. Stephen lost 130 pounds, and it took him 9 months to do it.
Wow.
And he didn't think he could do it. Most people are this way. They don't think that it's possible. And they come to me generally as a last resort. Then we have Judy. I always ask people, how many bodies are you going to have for a lifetime? And they say one.
Yep.
And Judy says, I've got two, and I want you to take one away.
She lost one.
And she lost one. I have a note on her here, lost half her body size. Kim was a lady that lost 100 pounds in 5.5 months. Now, that scared me a little. That's too quick. But she took to heart not just the suggestions that I gave her, but also the suggestions on superfoods.
What do you mean superfoods?
There are certain foods that as you eat them, they do two things. They pull bile out of your body because they're high in fiber. Now, bile is a liquid fat. That's the natural internal liposuction. Plus, the superfoods burn fat as they digest. They are negative calorie. Other people have heard about that. Negative calorie foods mean it takes more energy to digest them than they give you. I inundate the mind with those particular foods. And a lot of people say, well, I don't like those. Well, that's part of the process, to have them enjoy eating these foods. And this girl, Kim, losing 100 pounds in 5.5 months is because she ate that all day long, plus other foods, but in moderation.
You told me, too, that people only come and see you once. They don't have to keep coming back over and over again.
No, I don't mean to be negative about other hypnotists, but they want people coming back again and again and again to build the revenue.
And that's not the way it is with Dr. Bill Stiles.
No, it doesn't have to be. When it's done right the first time, all the proper suggestions go in, and then I give them a really good CD that they can listen to again and again and again. Plus, I give them the educational CDs. In the case of weight loss, they have the session that they can listen to repeatedly. They also have the superfoods. They have a tape on physical activity that's easily done throughout the day. And they have one on, I call tips and tricks to lose weight.
Dr. Stiles, how do we contact you? We're running out of time. What can we do?
You can go on the website. That's what I suggest first, drbillstiles.com. And then also, you can call me at 724-940-2222.
Dr. Stiles, that phone's going to be ringing off the hook this afternoon, so get ready.
I'll be ready, and I'll do some of the answering along with the girls.
Thank you, Dr. Stiles. If you would like to know more about the Hypnotherapy Clinic, call 724-940-2211 or log on to drbillstiles.com. And remember, if you would like to advertise your products or services here on Showcase Pittsburgh, call us at 412-575-2400 or email us at showcase@kdka.com. That does it for today's show. We'd like to thank Colleen Nelson and Joe Lyons from the Pennsylvania Virtual Charter Schools, David Miller of the Michael J. O'Connor and Associates, Joe Fleckenstein from Levin Furniture, Carol Semple Thompson from the 2010 Women's U.S. Open Golf Tournament, Attorney Melissa Hutz from Barron & Budd Law, and finally, Dr. Bill Stiles from the Hypnotherapy Clinic. Thanks for joining us today. I'm your host, John Cline, and I will see you on the next Showcase Pittsburgh.
The proceeding has been a paid program sponsored by these tri-state area businesses: Pennsylvania Virtual Charter Schools, Michael J. O'Connor and Associates, Levin Furniture, the 2010 Women's U.S. Open, Barron & Budd Law, and by the Hypnotherapy Clinic.